Right, I'm sorry that I've not been on for a full week. I have had something to do. I've noticed also that YouTube has allowed me to grow my channel by over 2,000 subscribers, which has not, I don't think it's ever happened before, ever in the history of my channel. So, to all those people, I welcome you all, and hopefully I can live up to your expectations. Now, the entire megalithic community call these drill holes machined holes. It's all they seem to point out when they go looking for ancient technology. I began looking at these differently when I left that group behind. I started seeing anomalies, like, which is what I started pointing out here. If you look, I suppose that's what I really point out on this channel. I've just always seemed to see imprints of technological implements, like what's on the top right of the screen here. In fact, in the last video when I showed you this artifact here in Peru, I won't show you the exact same images I showed in that, but I've just shown the red lines. You can almost see like a cog, like the imprint of a cog around the outside. Something similar to this, whether or not it is the imprint of a cog or something that just joined the next piece together, I don't know, but it's just a sort of imprints, remnants of high technology that I see. The reason why I don't share anything that's inside of museums, whether they're in Egypt or anywhere, is because they still exist. Okay, now, okay, they could have been found, let's say, in the Great Pyramid. None of them were, but let's just say that they were able to survive somewhere. To me, it's just not the sort of thing that I share on this channel, right? These could be from 200-300 years ago. It's the reason why I show the imprints. Oxidization, metal would have all rusted away during the flood, in my opinion. Now, whether or not bowls like these are just something that's petrified into what we see today, because this is the type of thing that people generally get into when we speak about diamond tipped saws, diamond tipped drills, which have meant to have gone into these pieces of diorite and granite, lumps of rock, and just drilled out these bowls for no reason, right? When you could just make them out of clay. It's pointless, because stone breaks. If you were to drop something like this on the floor, the endless hours it would take to create something like that. In this community, always point to something like the Baghdad Battery here, which is real, but this just likely survived the flood event because it was made out of pot, right? Anything else that was man-made, glass, plastics, metal, right, would have since rusted away, eroded away, right? So clay survives, and you would pour something acidic, even lemon, inside this pot, right, with a bit of copper, and you could generate an electric charge to power something like an house bulb. Now, on the screen, in my opinion, this is in Peru, and when I first saw this, it just seemed to look like a hinge to me, right? So I've drawn these red lines in for you. Whether or not you agree with me does not matter to me, because I'm almost in the 100% correct range, right, of what I think I'm looking at here. Yes, it's just an imprint. Somebody's been sharing all my music that I've been downloading to my videos over the last few years, and all these images are all broken up images from pieces of technology that I've been sharing on my channel. Somebody's used that. They've also used this. Now, when I first ran into this years and years ago, the megalithic community, somebody had wrote that above it, right, saying that it was some type of imprint of a saw end. And to me, when I noticed what I've just circled, it looked like the bearings of something like what I've shared above, some type of rover, and they would be the bearings. I don't think it's the imprint of a saw. It even curves at the end there, and the rest of it's missing. So this is at Baalbek, and when I shared this on a Baalbek video, there were loads of replies denying that what they were looking at. these circles there would be something like what this guy's placing around here, yeah, to join the next piece onto to keep it secure, airtight, to stop water or air running out of it, right? Pretty similar to what are shared in Egypt here. There's about 10 of these, right? So I'm going to share a video with you from this guy's channel that I've just been speaking about, seeing as that he's done the same to me. It's about 3.5 minutes long, and then I will get back to you shortly. Also, just whilst running back to the beginning of this video to edit a few things, I've realised that I've had my mouth too close to this mic. which is something I will never do again. I am going to invest in one of those mic sponges to stop the peas buffing through on the mic. It's still something I don't even know what distance to have it at, but anyway, we'll get over that, and that's what I will be doing. This is the site we're going to look at last before the video ends. Whether or not this is what they call a megalithic site, you will notice here that the blocks aren't actually as thick. If you look at the top of the wall, they're only about a third the thickness of what they seem on the outside. The red lines there are pointing out where the beaming. I don't think this is petrified wood actually, or even some type of scaffold. I think it was more like a breeze block, concrete framing, yes. Whether or not they filled in the walls with silt sand, I don't know. It might have happened during the flood, but the images that I'm going to show next will prove my point on this one. Also, Steve Lewis, I have got your name. You will be down on for the rest of the month, and the two people here that's donated on PayPal, I thank you. Right, so this is a new month. It's March, and if anybody wants to help me going forward, I do actually put out 2 to 3 videos every single week. I've been doing that now for 2 years.